Imagine feeling this kind of weight on yourself, on your shoulders, weight that you cannot or not willing actually put a name on it. It's just sitting there on every decision you are about to make. It feels overwhelming, bigger than you, bigger than your abilities to do something. Sometimes we call it stress, anxiety, very popular word now. Sometimes you might call it being careful before you do something that you want to do, before taking a decision, an action. But what are you actually afraid? What are you afraid of underneath all of this? Have you ever thought about this? I remember before I post my first video, I was so freaking scared. I was telling myself, no, I just have to get it right, edit it, do everything properly. I have to wait for better moment, maybe better materials, all this kind of stuff. Yet, honestly, I was just scared. I was scared of being judged, being perceived as a fraud, or just silly, talking, blabbing. I was scared of not achieving my success, my goals, not having any views, any subscribers, because I've started on YouTube. I was freaking scared of all of this. So I was telling myself, no, I have to wait, I have to do this before. But then I slowed down. I sit a little bit and I thought about this. And I thought what this fear is actually about. Because it was a fear of all of this at once. But not really very precise, named. So I start to naming those fears, one by one, and telling myself, what is the worst case scenario? And as much as this sounds maybe silly or weird, it worked. Every fear, when I imagined the worst case scenario, it was something that I told myself, okay, I can deal with that. Someone will judge me, so what? Someone will ridicule me, so what? We are judged every time. Unfortunately, most of the time we don't even know about this. But when you tell yourself plainly, what is the fear about? What is the worst case scenario about? You will realize that those fears, most of the time, can survive any of them. So, if you will just sit for a moment if you feel this way and you want to move on, if you will sit for a moment and think through those fears, name them out loud, tell yourself what is the worst case scenario. What is that fear actually about? What is it telling you? Yes, I still feel afraid of posting videos. Every time I create a content, I'm still feeling this kind of fear. What if people will not like it? That's normal. This fear will be always there. But it shrunk. Every time I name the worst case scenario, every time I remind myself that I can live with that, I can go through it, I will survive, every time the fear shrunk a little bit. So think about this. What would you go after if the worst outcome was just something that you can survive. What it will be? Thing is that most of the fears, when they are unnamed, where we don't know them, they vague, they seem very huge, unbearable, very dangerous, life-threatening dangerous. However, when you name them, when you say plainly, what is the fear about? What is this worst-case scenario? They kind of shrink to this to the human-sized thing, something that you can deal with. We have been rejected many times. I know it stings. It's not pleasant. What happens to everyone? Did it make you, I don't know, die? Get sick? Most of the time, no. 99%, 99.9999, no. It's just there. That's it. Being shamed by someone? Fate. How many times you do something stupid on purpose? You just laugh about it. I read yesterday a comment that said, if you afraid of do something, do that just for a joke, just for a crack. If it works, great. You will have a lot of fun. If it not works, it was just a joke. Simple. You can survive any mistake, any shame, any rejection, anything, if you start naming them properly. Start telling yourself the best out loud what it is that you are afraid of. What it is, that worst case scenario. It will be still there. Don't get me wrong, or get me right. It will be still there, but it will shrink. Every time it will shrink a little bit. The thing that we are afraid most of the time is often make us not trying at all. Not trying new things, not learning new things, not putting out ourselves, our work, because we are afraid of. If you name plainly, what are you afraid of? How far you will go? And what it is. Think about this today. From this place, as always, I wish you many blessings.